How are you? Welcome to a new video for the channel. This time we will be talking about a new announcement that the Funding Pip company has launched. Well, if you are new here and you are interested in acquiring a discount with the best funding company in my description of this video, you will find a link so that you can get a 5% discount on your first purchase. When I finish explaining the rule that they have removed, then after that I will be explaining the other rules for people who are new. Well, in the morning they received some emails with this message: no more 3% rules. This means that they have removed the rule of 3% per position in the evaluations. That is, in the maximum evaluations we could risk 3% in a single operation, but we could lose 5% in total. This is no longer valid in evaluations. That is, in evaluations we have all the freedom to operate news, risk all our accounts on the same day, since they like that. And that would be the new update. They left us this message and says Funding Pip is committed to making trading accessible to everyone. And we have been working to achieve it step by step. As always, we have maintained a transparent relationship with you. We would like to inform you that the time of HFT has been reduced from 2 minutes to 1 minute. And we have some interesting news to share. What does HFT time say? That applied to our master accounts. For example, if an operation lasted less than 2 minutes, the profits were not counted because it was taken as a high-frequency operation. Now the operations can last 1 minute and they would be counting us. It is no longer necessary for those 2 minutes to last. This rule applied only to master accounts. Now it has disappeared. We can do operations from 1 minute for people who are scalpers. This is good for those who do 1-minute operations. This would help them to be more flexible when operating on their account. And as I was mentioning at the beginning, that goodbye 3% says we have eliminated the rule of 3% of all evaluations. So now you can access more trading possibilities. Just remember the daily and maximum loss limit of your account model that is explained in the trading rules. This can be found in the rules that I will be mentioning for new people. In short, what that goodbye 3% means is that now in operations we can operate as we want. If they lost 3% in a single position, their account was closed. But that rule is no longer valid. So you can risk 5% in a single trade and there will be no inconvenience. You can pass your account like this and there will be no inconvenience. And more than 10,000 users say they will be reactivated by the day of forgiveness. That is, all those people were reactivated the account since they had failed in this rule of 3%. And since it has been removed, those accounts were also reactivated, giving them a second chance. We take the World Day of Forgiveness very seriously. This is just the beginning of more exciting things and good news. Stay tuned for more information. I hope that with this new update, more improvements can be made. What we have been waiting for. The company of the future is on the part of this company. So we would be aware of these new updates in the next few days. This is what I wanted to mention in this video so that everything is clear and correct. Remember that in the master account, 3% will always be valid. We cannot lose 3% in a single operation. We already know how the rules are. We can only lose 5% of daily loss and 10% of total loss. In evaluation, as I said, you can do what you want. You can even operate during the news. But that is already at your own risk because we know how the news works. However, you must operate at least 3 days to pass the phase. That is, if you pass the phase in 1 day, you must operate 2 more days to meet those 3 days. The profit target is 8% and 5% in the second phase. The leverage is 100. In the 12-stage accounts, you can start from $34 with the discount I leave you in the 100,000 is $420. That's pretty. Good. Remember that they also have 2-stage and 3-stage accounts. Well, already explaining the rules in the evaluation account, which there is not much to explain there because the rules are quite clear and simple and there is nothing to be afraid of in evaluation. I would move on to explain the rules of the master account. It says that in the master account we can lose 5% per day and we can lose a maximum of 10% of the account in total. But this 5% per day, we cannot lose 3% in a single operation. That is, we can lose an operation of 2.90%, then 1.10%, 1.10%, or another operation of 2.10% and complete that 5% per day so as not to lose our account. So we must take that into consideration. We cannot risk 5% in a single idea in our master account. If it were up to take profit, they would not be violating anything, but if it were up to stop loss, they would be violating the rule of 3% per position. But well, let's remember that in the master account what one tries is to risk the least and take care of the account. But in the end, if you end up risking more than that, then go for a 2.5% risk in your master account and there you go with a good amount and you can generate good profit with that percentage of risk. And the PAN systems are going to be every Tuesday, every 14 days, or every month. So here every Tuesday they will be paid 60%, every 14 days they will be paid 80%, and if they choose every month, they will be paid 100%. So you decide how you want to do it. Unlike the 1-step and 3-step plan, here you can withdraw weekly and you are paid 80% of the benefits. The 60%, 80%, and 100% only applies to the 2-step plan. The 1 and 3-step plan still has the same function. And here are the rules. For example, for the 1-step plan we must do 10%. We cannot lose the 6% of maximum total loss and the 4% of daily loss. And we must also wait at least 3 days. In the 3-step plan, the maximum daily stop loss is 4%. The maximum total stop loss is 6% and the profit target for phase 1, 2 and 3 is 5%, unlike this plan is the cheapest. So this is what differentiates it from the other plans. We can access 100,000 with a fairly fair price, about 320 with the discount, so that's why this plan is the only thing that is different and is also paid every Tuesday. We have 3 platforms, which are Match Trader, C Trader and Trader Locker. You decide which of these platforms to operate. I always recommend that you choose C Trader, but if you are from countries restricted by C Trader, choose Match Trader, because personally it is the best. Trader Locker is not so stable for me. I see that many people complain about that, but that's why I always tell you to choose Match Trader. It's what I've tried and it's what hasn't caused me any problems, so you decide whether to take that recommendation. So this was what I wanted to mention in this video. I hope you liked it. If you like this type of content, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and also do not forget that I leave in the description of this video the discount for Funding Pip and I will also leave our community in the description of this video. This has been all for today. See you in the next video. See you soon.